Guys, so I've wanted to do this video for a couple of weeks or so, but I've been in just kind of a funk lately, and I don't know what that's about, but I think I'm coming out of it, and I've finished a couple of things while I was trying to get myself motivated again, and I thought you guys might like to see what I've been up to. So let's just get to it. So I know a lot of people right now are doing like temperature blankets. They'll start in January or whenever during the year that they want to, really, I guess. There's no rules per se. And choose different colors and do a whole outline and just have kind of a gauge of what you want as far as temperature wise and all of that. So, and I love the idea of those. I've seen several that I really really like. I've seen several that I went, "Oh man, I should have done that." But it's now February the 1st and I know myself and I know that there's no way if I start something like that that I'll ever be able to even catch up. So, I also know that my motivation level can fluctuate sometimes, and one week I'll be super motivated and get everything done, and then the next one I just don't feel like it. So I just knew that this particular year that's probably not something I want to get into. I did consider doing one. I think I saw, what is it, TL Yarn Crafts was doing a temperature blanket for, I think it was the year that she got married, and I highly consider doing that because I love the idea of going back in time and kind of saying, hey, this is something that was really really meaningful to me and let me remember it in this way. So I may still go and I may still do that because I can work on it at my pace, but that's to be determined. I'm not sure. But I did find a what's called a calendar blanket. Who Jada in Stitches has a calendar blanket. It's a Fair Isle style calendar blanket that she is doing right now, where you do one, you know, multiple of squares. This one is 6, for the month, which means that when she posts the next one, I just watched the tutorial and I make it along with her. But you have all month to complete it, and that is my kind of timeline. So now, hopefully, what doesn't happen is that I end up getting to the end of the month, whatever month it might be, and just put it off and have to rush and hurry up and get it done. I don't think it'll be that way because I'm really, it's kind of like a good book where the next chapter hasn't come out yet. So I'm kind of waiting, sitting on the edge of my seat for the next one to come out so that I can make it. So I think that this is going to be something that I can keep up with, as well as keeping up with all the other projects that I see randomly that I would like to try. I recently also got into Tunisian crochet, so that's something I'm learning and experimenting with, and may have some things for that in the future. But I by no means am any expert in Tunisian crochet, as easy as it has been for now to do it. I don't know how it will go. I would love to make garments. You know, come on, Vicky, sweaters, cardigans, cowls and shawls, blankets, even with Tunisian crochet. But I want to kind of ease myself into it instead of just jumping in and hoping that I can swim. So, more updates to come on that later. But with that Fair Isle style blanket, we just did the month of January, and it was a snowflake design, and she did it in blue and white. And I'm just kind of, I've been going through my stash, I guess you could say, of yarn that I have already. And so if I can and it goes with what I would like, I kind of want to try and use yarn that I already have. So I used Mainstays yarn for the gray and Red Heart for the blue, because I used gray and blue instead of the white. I just like that vibe a little bit better. I like those colors a little bit better for me. So this is what it looks like, and this is just half, but I'm going to hold it up. And for now, this is that Fair Isle style where it's you make it as you go and the color goes along with it. So there were 6 squares that we worked, and it's like a graph style, so kind of like a mosaic blanket, which I have not done yet. So I was very interested in trying this and seeing if I could do it. It was we made spools and worked off of those spools. So it was a little bit kind of awkward to have the spools hanging off all the time, but once you get the hang of it, it really isn't that bad. I just use clothespins to make my spools, and I wound about 18 yards of yarn around them and just went for it. And it worked. So I really, really enjoyed making this. And once you learn the pattern for each row, you just go along until you get to the end, turn around, and figure out the pattern for the next row. And basically, this was a mirror of each other, so it wasn't too bad. But this is just the first row for January, so we have 11 months to go of this, and I'm so excited to see what it will be in December at the end of the year when the whole blanket is made, and then I'll have a beautiful Fair Isle style blanket. And a lot of the time I'll make things like this and then I'll give them away, but I don't think I'll be doing that with this. This one's going to be mine. I don't know if it will go on my bed or in the spare bedroom, or if it will just kind of be used as a throw blanket. I guess it depends on what size it comes out to be, which I have a feeling it'll be like a throw blanket size, which is fine. But I am very, very excited about this. Something else that I have made that I'm quite proud of, if I'm being honest with you, is a shawl by Joanna Martinez is the one that makes it. And I used Lion Brand Mandela Baby for this. And I used 2 skeins of it. And I just love the way it kind of stripes its own self as you go. But it was more of a lacy kind of shawl. I forget what it's German, Victoria's shawl or German or something like that. So I'll try and link it if I can below. But here it is. I don't know if I can fit it in the whole frame, but it starts like this and it goes down to the bottom. There's greens and blues and even white, and there's a little picot edging at the bottom, and it's beautiful. It's just the right size. I wanted something, see, I wanted something to keep me warm when there was just a little bit of a chill in the air, or for sitting out on the porch drinking coffee or reading a book or playing with my son outside when it's just, it's not really cold, it's not really hot, it's just got that little bit of a chill in the air with the breeze. And this is something that I have wanted for such a long time. I could make just a generic, triangle granny square shawl or a basic stitch, which is fine. But I didn't really want to work corner to corner. This is not corner to corner. And I really wanted a lacier design for something a little fancier that would be okay to also wear out if I wanted to as something. So I love this. I probably will make another one in some other colors, and if I do, I will show you guys how it turned out. Hold on, let me get it. I also attempted to make a cardigan in red for Valentine's Day, and this is probably going to be real bright on the screen, but it's actually a darker red. So I don't know if I can hold it up and get it all in frame or not. But I did make it, and I'll be quite honest with you, I followed the pattern, and I think the way that they did it was perfectly fine, but it just doesn't quite fit on me the way that I was hoping. I do love the ribbed sleeves. I do love the ribbing around the bottom and around the edges. I don't know if you can see that. It goes along the whole bottom and along the sides, and I do love that. I added this here along the sides because I just thought it made it look more complete. But I think I'm going to have to work on this a little more and just get it to fit me a little better. As much as I hate to, I'm going to take some stitches out, add some stitches in, and try to make it fit me a little bit better. So, like I said, with the whole temperature blanket thing, I don't know. I may start one in the future, not now. There's so much going on in our lives right now. My husband works out of town and he's gone for a month at a time, and then he comes back home, and then my son has school and I have work. I still work a full-time job, so there's a lot going on. And it's just getting started, I have a feeling. So anyway, I would like to do some more small tutorials of, I don't know, maybe a blanket or a shawl or fingerless gloves or hats or whatever, but I'd like to know what you guys would be interested in seeing. I always get ideas that pop in my head, but I don't know if other people are interested in that at the moment. So I would like to know, what would you guys like to see me do a tutorial of, if you would like to see that at all. If not, what other projects do you think I should make? Comment down below and just tell me your thoughts. And I hope you all have a wonderful month of February. Hopefully I will be back here before the end of the month with some other projects for you to see. And have a great day.